What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flame Unite, and we are at it again. And if y'all don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Alicia.
What up? What it do in the building? What's going on, everybody? This evening, we got a little bit of a preview for you all as far as what's going down in the master class for self-mastery. And also, we're going to be doing some card readings this evening. So definitely strap in. It may be a long night. It's the weekend. And they hadn't opened the clubs yet. So, hey.
Y'all can hang out with us for a little bit, just a couple hours maybe. We're just going to put some information in the chat. So welcome. If you guys are here for the first time, welcome to our channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and just a small like on the video because we're going to share some really good information. So you guys just come on in and we're going to give you a small preview as to what this class is going to entail. So we figure some people might want to know, what are you guys going to talk about? I mean, self-mastery. I already know how to master myself. So we're just going to give a few tips as far as what we're going to be really going into. So we figure it's fair enough, right?
Fair enough.
And after that, we will do card readings because someone requested us, because we haven't done it in a while. We usually would do card readings, and someone wanted to know, when are you guys going to be doing card readings again? So we figured, hey, it's Saturday, why not do it today?
What better way to jump in and get things going? All right, y'all. But in the meantime, while y'all get yourselves together, and then for those who want to have a card reading, you can definitely send that donation via Cashapp so that we can do that card reading for you, pull 3 cards and see what's going on in the universe for you. But in the meantime, we're going to be diving into some things just to give you a little bit of a taste of what's going to be covered in the masterclass as far as self-mastery. Now, I know some of y'all probably are looking forward to the sexual energy part, but you got to come to the masterclass for that. Okay. But yeah, so I just wanted to jump in. You want to start it off, baby?
Yeah. So we took just a few pointers from the course. So the first thing that I want to highlight, and this one is going to be really helpful, you know, in everyday life. It's going to be techniques. We're going to show techniques on how to pretty much dismantle any type of self-sabotaging unconscious habits, right? And these unconscious habits we form, most of it is formed in our childhood, but some of it could be formed through various traumas that we go through in our adult life also. But in any event, they lay, it's called your core belief system. So these habits, they're based in your core.
Yes.
And so you would just, you know, react instead of respond. These unconscious habits, they cause us to react versus responding. And if you've ever been in a situation where you might have said something, what's up, honeydew? What's up? You might have said something, you might have did something, and then you retract and you're like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. I don't even know why I keep doing that. It's like you keep doing the same thing, even though you don't want to, but unconsciously, this is kind of like how it plays out because of those core beliefs that's hidden within the subconscious. So we're going to pretty much give some techniques on how you can dismantle those beliefs that's not serving you, that you're not aware of, because they kind of play out in different avenues in our lives. It dresses itself differently. So it's kind of hard to figure out where it's coming from. You just know you can't stop. So that's one of the things we're going to be covering. We're going to be really going into, you know, navigating the difference between the conscious and the subconscious mind.
Foot and mouth disease. You funny, James.
James is so crazy. But that's one of the things. And we're just gonna give a small example as to one of these unconscious habits, which is jealousy.
Oh, now that's a big one, because so many people fall into the trap of jealousy. And, you know, jealousy is something that doesn't just come out of nowhere. And, you know, you can see it in early childhood, right? When you see kids playing with the toy, and until they get this sense of mine, right? Until they like, this is mine, mine, right? Before that stage, like they see somebody else playing with a toy, like, oh, that's cool. They playing with the toy.
Right.
I wonder if I can play too. And some cases, they actually, if they don't have the opportunity to play, they like cool with it.
Right.
But once they get past that stage, and once they go into that stage of mine, then there's this thing of this jealousy that comes in, and they're sad because somebody else is playing with the toy and they're not playing with the toy.
Right. So these things get formulated really early in our lives, and they really could form as one of the core beliefs that we have. And just as an example, you might be in a relationship, you know, your partner or whatever. I'm just going to use a he and a she as an example, like in a relationship. You might have some issues. You don't know. You think you're just, I'm cool, I'm in love, I love this person, whatever have you. But you keep self-sabotaging because you keep thinking that they're cheating on you when they're really not cheating on you. It's just that you might have some trust issues and jealousy within your own self, but you don't know how to get rid of it. And so you go through these patterns and you keep going through these patterns. And what we're going to do is we're going to really show techniques on how to go and dismantle those unhealthy patterns that's within your core, within your subconscious. So that's just one of the things. And we're also going to go into how these patterns are formed within the subconscious, right? Because you got to know how before you can go ahead and dismantle it. And another one is how to develop a balanced mindset by uncovering new skill sets. So not only are we going to uncover, we're going to go into ways and how you can create healthy habits, pretty much. And that's why it's 3 days. And it's not just going to be those 3 days. It's actually going to be things that you're going to be able to take away, that you're going to be able to practice in your everyday life, because it takes, 23, 22 days to break a habit?
Yep.
So it's just a new way, a new perspective, new skill sets.
All right. Now, excuse me. Let me get a little bit of this.
I'm not going to say the C word.
No, my mouth is dry, so that's where that's coming from.
And this is chlorophyll, by the way. We put chlorophyll in our water. It's really good. You should try it.
Yes. So let's dive just a little bit into what's going on, because one of the things that we just discovered as we go through this, because once again, this is a ongoing journey of always growing, always learning. And one of the things that we came to an understanding of recently is that for the majority of human beings, we are severely fragmented.
Yeah.
And you may be asking, like, how are we severely fragmented? I think probably the best way to go in and describe this, just so you can get a little bit of a visual or understanding how somebody can be so fragmented and they don't even know it, right? I think the best thing to do is to tell about that whole jealousy scenario with the lady and her husband who's doing the. You want to go into it?
That's why I was just giving a basic overview of somebody who's jealous. And they don't know why they're jealous, because it's coming from beliefs, the core belief systems that they're telling themselves, which could come from some type of trauma that you experienced with people just continuously let you down. And so you just have that one thing. You might have someone who you really love and they love you back and they're doing the right things, but you have this core belief that's playing inside of you that's saying, it's like you're just waiting for them to mess up. So you just formulate all of these ideas in your head, and the mind is very intelligent. Very intelligent. You can actually fool yourself into believing an idea or a concept that you have formulated is a fact when it's really just something that's made up. And so when we make these things up, make up these concepts, you give it life. And so that's like an archetype that you created.
Yes.
Right? And then you have another archetype that comes out. That's the archetype that you, oh, I love him, he's wonderful, or she's wonderful. That's an archetype. Then there's another archetype that's going to say, oh, I don't like when you do this, and I don't like when you do that. You make me sick. And so you have all these different archetypes that's playing out within just one person. And each of those archetypes, they have a different point of view.
Yes.
And so this is where people could, be in you could call it like a dysfunctional union, because, every situation you're going to be looking at the situation and at the person through a different archetype within yourself. That's fragments. So you see jealousy, envy, even anger, all these different emotions. You formulate different archetypes within your own self. So you can have like 12 different archetypes within yourself.
And all these, you got all these, and it's funny because, you have all these different points of views,
right?
But you're not taking the opportunity to step out of those perspectives to look at everything in a whole,
right?
Because you have this one perspective where you're looking at your mate, oh, like he's a cheater, I don't need to be with him,
right.
And then you got this other perspective, like when you find out that he's not cheating, and then you'd be like, oh, I feel bad for myself, and he's such a good guy, I'm not worthy of this man. And so you have all these different perspectives, but because you're so stuck in that one archetype or that one perspective, you can't step back and see, hold on, okay, something's not right. My way of thinking about this is a little bit off. So, you get a chance to step outside of yourself and actually see the situation for what it really is, and understanding that there are some traumas and some things that are holding you back from enjoying your relationship to the fullest,
or just enjoying your life in general. Being able to take a look, step out of all of those characters that that was created, and take a look at them and see, any of these serving me right now. And then this is where we will go and we'll introduce the techniques as to how to get rid of these archetypes that's buried within the subconscious mind. Because again, 5% of our actions are just from the conscious mind. The conscious mind pulls everything, all of its information from the subconscious mind. So you want to be friends with the subconscious.
Yes.
Okay, you want to operate consciously with the subconscious.
Well, actually, even a little bit deeper, you want to be the master of the subconscious.
Exactly.
Because if you're not the master of it, then it's the master of you.
And then that's when you're going to be just doing stuff. You don't know how you're doing it. Damn, why did I do that again? Man, I already said I was going to do it, and then you do it again. Or breaking. It's something as simple as breaking a habit. Something as simple as, having a fight with a cookie. Like you're on a diet and you're not supposed to have this cookie, and you having this fight with this cookie, and the cookie is winning. Okay? And it's all, again, to the subconscious.
Yeah, you gotta excuse me. I just had a whole visual. I'm a Pisces, so I got this whole vision in my head with this chocolate chip cookie with these gloves, just fighting.
You can't even win at it with a cookie. But we, so these just some of the steps, and then the other one is how to manage your emotions consciously. And I think this one is a biggie. This one could get people. It gets a lot of people, maybe 99.9% of the people on the planet.
Yeah.
Learning how to manage your emotions on a conscious level. Like really sitting back and observing, where are these triggers coming from?
Yes.
And being able to put it in its right place and use it to serve you instead of just being a pinball for your emotions. So that's just a quick overview of some of the things that we're going to be touching on through the self-mastery class. Is really harnessing your power, taking your power back, and really getting to live your life how you would like to experience it, and not experiencing life accidentally. You know, not just keep repeating the same patterns and you don't know why and how, but really being able to master some new techniques to give you different and better